their options as digitalization becomes an investment priority to support manufacturing resilience under the strain of an unprecedented crisis such as COVID-19. In the webinar that follows, Industrial Automation Asia has partnered with IntervalZero to share more on how to create your own Industry 4.0 high-end controller. Here, Alex Hong, VP of Sales and Marketing for the APAC region at IntervalZero, will discuss the benefits of using an open platform for building smart machine controllers that can deliver on the promise of Industry 4.0 and IoT. Built on the EtherCAT standards and RTX 64 from IntervalZero, which transforms Microsoft Windows into a real-time operating system, Kingstar, which is a subsidiary of IntervalZero, and their new version 4.0 empowers engineers to deliver, develop, integrate, and deploy one or more machine control applications on a single industrial PC. With RTX 64 as a base, Kingstar delivers on the promise of Industry 4.0 by offering world-class machine automation, system-wide controller integration tools, information sharing, and intelligent consuming, and smart edge IoT enablement. Furthermore, support for industry open standards facilitates easy integration, lowers time to market, and saves costs for its global customers. Over to you, Alex.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alex Hong, VP Sales and Marketing of IntervalZero. So thank you for everyone joining my presentation today. So I would like to introduce you how you can create your own Industry 4.0 high-end controller. I think many of the customers have been facing the same issue, that how to select their new platform for Industry 4.0. So I think it's time that I can give you this product introduction. Our company, IntervalZero, is starting from Boston, United States, in 1980. So basically, you can see that we are almost 40 years company. In the past 30, 40 years, we have been very, very focused on the Windows-based real-time operating system. And we are having many world-class customer. So RTX on the left-hand side, you can see RTX 64 is our real-time operating system. And today we're going to introduce you the Kingstar is based on the RTX 64. And on top of that, the customer can do your own applications based on the motion control API or C, C++, or C# or soft PLC. So basically, in one platform, you can have many different development tools. We have been joined the Taipei Automation exhibit about 5 years already. We have a booth every year, and we have our demo machine over there, so we can show how the software platform work, and the customer can really see and touch the controller, how we can make that work and perform. So many of the customers came to our booth, and they will ask us a lot of different questions about how to select the platform for the Industry 4.0. So I summarized some important points. For example, proprietary platform. So basically, many customers, they don't like the proprietary platform anymore. So what is a proprietary platform? For example, like Mitsubishi platform or Siemens platform. Why is that? Because basically they are very good and very good product, and they have very good platform hardware and software. But because they have their own protocol, so for all of their customers, they need to buy the whole set of their product, hardware, software, everything from them. So that's what I call the proprietary platform, because you cannot use other brand of the hardware to connect in the same network. So because the first items of the proprietary platform, so for the user, they do not have the hardware selection right, or they even cannot have the right for the cost reduction, because what they can select or they can buy the hardware just from their different channel, different distributor. So there is no difference. For the Industry 4.0, yes, of course, the most important, the new feature will be cloud connectivity. And like I said earlier, do you need the multiple development tool? And for the machine maker or for the system integrator, that they need a very good and also the convenient development tool for their integration. Is that easy? Is that simple? And the last one, of course, I will introduce our real-time operating system, because they said this way, the heart of the automation machine is the controller. But how we make the controller to be very, very precise? That's because we have a very good and high-end performance of the real-time operating system. That's the core product. And that make us have been working well with many world-class customers in the past 30 years. This is a good example. Siemens, our good business partner in Europe, and I guess everybody heard about that. So in the early time, they have their own Windows-based software PLC product. So it called the product called the WinAC RTX app. So you can see that that's their website, and you can search that on the internet. So this product basically that because this system, this PLC system is the Windows-based, it will be for the industry application. So they are really, really concerned about the safety and also the performance precisely. So that's why that they are using our real-time operating system, RTX, at the bottom of their PLC. So they make their PLC logic running inside of our RTX. And the message showing on the screen is that, so Siemens took the whole system, the hardware and software together to get the reward of the TÜV CO3 safety rating. So that means even though it's a Windows system, but it still can be very safe for the industry application. But how to make that work for the security and safety? I'll explain that later. I have the architecture. So, like I said earlier, in the past 30 years, we have been working many well-known customer worldwide. You can see like Boeing, Siemens, Herco, which is the big CNC maker in the US. You can see Samsung. You can see Applied Material, Panasonic, Juki. So we can see, you can see that Juki, Panasonic, they are a big SMT machine in Japan. Samsung using our RTX for their semiconductor machine. Applied Material using our Kingstar for their solar cell equipment. And more on the next page. So you can see that many of our products using our RTX or Kingstar on the different application. For example, Notch using our RTX for the robot. Three or four major Taiwanese robot maker are also using our Kingstar. You can see the automation machine and the MRI machine that was made by the GE Healthcare, and they are also using our RTX. So how our RTX to be perform well and also very precise. As you can see on the screen, the jitter of the real time, that we can make that jitter as 1 to 2 microseconds. Very, very, very precise. And that's why that those customers like our product. But not only this. For the Kingstar, because it's based on our RTX, on top of that, we have we support the EtherCAT master, and we have the software motion control API, and also soft PLC. So all our customers that they can have multiple development tool for their engineers, and the different engineer may have the different skill. So on this page, you can see that the motion car should be a very popular for the PC-based controller, and also the vision, the camera. You can see the traditional PLC. So what I would like to share with you is that for those application that it has been very, very popular, but those are the hardware solution. But for us, and because the current CPU technology has been performed very well, so we can turn those motion vision or PLC or other application, that we can turn those features from hardware to software. We don't need those hardware, but we still can run as good as them or even better. And we can integrate them in one PC. How is that? The concept, for example, the motion car, is the motion logic running inside of the DSP chip on the car, but the car is running with Windows. So when you are having the motion car, but it will still influenced by the Windows. But for us, the concept is very simple. The motion logic running inside of our RTX, but our RTX is running in the physical CPU core. So you can imagine that the motion logic together with our RTX and in one physical CPU core, then that will be similar to the motion car. So this page just showing you the architecture that I just explained to you. So let me take the right hand side. If you as an example, if your PC has 4 CPU core, so before you install our RTX, so 4 CPU core should run with Windows. But once you install our RTX, then you can configure and you can assign any CPU core. For example, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can assign, for example, 2 or 3 CPU core that you want to run our RTX. So that will like the picture you are seeing right now. So you can see that the system, Windows as a general purpose OS, and RTX is the real-time operating system. So they are running independent. So that's why I can explain to you that that's why the customer, they like our product, because each one of them, I mean, the Windows and RTX, they are running separately, but they will not influence to each other. So once Windows crash, the RTX is still running. And this is the key feature of our RTX. So, and that will also explain to you that why Siemens can get the safety rating for their system. And from the different angle, then you can see that Windows is running in the core 0. And on the right-hand side, the RTX running inside of the core 1, meaning Windows and RTX are running in different CPU core. And on top of the RTX, we are supporting the different application. We have the software motion API. We have the partner in the US doing the CNC system. Like I said, that we have the robot customer in Taiwan, Japan, and China. The vision system, and here you can see is the vision running in our RTX, which we call the real-time vision. And most of the customer, their vision application is running in Windows. So if you are interested about the real-time vision, I think we can find the other time and talk about that. And also on the right-hand side, you can see we have the software PLC. It's pretty similar to the Siemens software PLC, having their PLC logic running in our RTX. So you can see that, and we can have RTX doing the motion control on the right-hand side on the different CPU core. But you can make your UI or your MES IoT platform running in Windows. And also you can see that we are also recommend our customer using the shared memory at the bottom of this chart. So you can see that your data in Windows and the data on top of the RTX, we are using the shared memory to do the data handshaking. So your UI can get the data from the shared memory, and the RTX can share the data, put at the shared memory, so that your Windows, your UI, your IoT, your MES, ERP can get the data. So as I say, Kingstar is a pure software platform. It's 100% software. So all the hardware you need, including the IPC, including the EtherCAT slave, drive, I/O. In the middle, that's the new sensor we call the I/O link. It's a new sensor, new protocol. It's also supporting EtherCAT and also Proprietary, so you can connect easily through the EtherCAT. The vision, and even though the robot, you can integrate them easily in one platform. And this is the key feature that we would like to introduce you today. So any hardware brand, you can select, you can buy, you can connect everything by your own. So it's not a proprietary, it's open. And for you, it's easy to do the integration for the different features. And the most important that you can select any brand of the hardware. You can do the cost optimization by your own. Isn't this exciting? So this page, I just do the summarize the benefit of using a software platform. So as the architecture, I just show you, we have been fully utilized the all CPU core that you buy from the shop. It's easy to do the system integration. And our EtherCAT supporting the plug and play, like the Windows. And this is the other solution do not have. And we are also supporting the industry standards like EtherCAT, GigaVision, PLC Open, I/O link for the sensor, and also our PLC supporting Modbus OPC UA server for your data. So you can see that all the hardware you need, as long as they are following those industry standards, you can connect them easily, and you can control the cost as well. So as I just introduced you the plug and play feature for our EtherCAT. It can make the auto scan and auto configuration. How is that work? As you can see, many brands on the screen. So we are just perform like Microsoft. So Kingstar has been tested all the brand of the hardware, and we have the right ESI file in our Kingstar. So our software, when you turn on the Kingstar, it will automatic to scan all the hardware you have been connected. It will scan, it will recognize all the brand, and it will do all the configuration automatically. So you do not do anything of the EtherCAT configuration. Why is that so important? Because the EtherCAT configuration is very complex, and a lot of EtherCAT users have been that worst experience that once they want to switch to the different hardware brand, they need to do all the configuration, and it's not easy. So this is our strength, and we help our customer that you don't need to do anything on the EtherCAT. We do everything in Kingstar. So comparing to the old generation of the architecture, as I just take as the example of the motion car. So the motion car, there is a DSP running a real-time operating system inside, and normally that real-time operating system were using the VxWorks. So they have the VxWorks real-time operating system in DSP and on the car. So on this chart, you can see that you have multiple drive, and you need the multiple motion car, and you have many cables. For example, 16 drive, you have 16 cables. Maybe you need 2, 3, or 4 motion car. So the chart just show you that you have 4 motion car. That means you have purchased 4 real-time operating system doing your motion work. But the 4 real-time operating system just do one thing, the motion for you. But remember, the Kingstar, we have RTX, and you can still record your memory of the architecture. One Kingstar, one RTX can do multiple things: robot, PLC, normal motion, or even CNC. Comparing to this chart, you can see for real time, just do one thing, is the motion. It's the big difference. And for the frame grabber, it's the same architecture. So you still can remember that I introduced you the real-time vision. So the real-time vision can be easily to replace the frame grabber, and this is the concept. So today, I would like to introduce you the new concept. It's not so special. Our customer has been using many years, but because the technology, we would like to introduce you the Kingstar software automation platform. So for the traditional machine with the backplane, you can see the chart. You have the small PLC together with some small I/O or the hardware or connection with complex cables. But if you take the software platform, then you can see the architecture. You can make that shrink, and you don't need many small PLC or I/O or even the cable. And you can make your backplane even smaller. So you don't need many hardware, meaning you can save money. Regarding the architecture of the automation line, I just make a very simple comparison here. On top of that, that will showing you the traditional automation line architecture. So each station, you will need one controller with HMI, with drive, and many cables. So if you have 4 or 5 station, then you will have 4 or 5 controller with 4 or 5 HMI or monitor and many cables. But if you take Kingstar, then you can see that because we are supporting EtherCAT, and you can using one cable to connect 20, 30, or even 15 slave. And the PC is so important here because we have two operating systems. Windows as general purpose, so you can do your SCADA, your HMI, your UI, your IoT here. And for the RTX, it's mainly to help you to do the control, machine control. And for the machine control data, we can easily to send it to cloud through the Windows by Modbus or OPC-UA or any protocol you have been familiar with. So it's a huge difference. To support the EtherCAT protocol, it's very, very simple because it's standard, it's open, and it can connect all different brands as long as those hardware are supporting EtherCAT protocol. So you can connect the different brand of the hardware. So for example, if you need a very, very precise performance for your machine, you can select, for example, Japanese brand or the Germany brand. If you need some cost reduction solution for your machine, then you can select the other different brand, for example, from China or any lower price of the hardware. So all the cost has been on your own, on your hands. And this example, we make one demo that through the Modbus or OPC-UA server we support, that you can choose any third party of the HMI or the HMI, for example, like Profiles. You can easily to connect as long as they are support Modbus or OPC-UA. So there's no limitation that you can select any third party to integrate together. So today I prepare, because the webinar, I cannot bring the demo machine to you. So I just having the 3 video today to show you how we make that work. So the first one is we call this simple Industry Iot. This demo machine that we have been done 5 years ago. This is our first demo machine. So you can see that the main station has the motion with one camera. And you can see the yellow cable. That means it's running the EtherCAT protocol. So from the picture you can see right now, once the main station is motion together with vision, and the other station has the 3 motor, but running from the 2 drive. And you can see the drive are from the different brand. So we made this demo to show you how the EtherCAT work and how Kingstar work. And for those 2 stations, but you can see there's one screen. Basically, that's the touch PC. This is our controller. And the Kingstar is running in this touch PC. So we're using one cable to support the EtherCAT, and one cable to support the PoE, and then to support the electric to the camera. So one PC, we can do many, many things. And you can see the 2 stations, they have do the different motion, 2 different programs, but they are all in one controller. So later on, you will see the PLC screen. This is showing you how PLC works. And later on, you will see another screen. It's a very simple, the IoT platform. And the last things that you can see, 1 PC and 1 mobile phone. That means that we can see, because on this demo, we are also having all the drive, the motor data sending to the cloud by Wi-Fi or by the cable. So the last thing you can see, the PC and the mobile phone, you can get the data from the internet. You can see exactly the same data. So let me show you. Let me play the video. So you can see the vision and motion running together. And you can see this is the 2 different brands of the drive. We can connect them easily. And this is the PLC. But right now we have the new version. But same thing is connect to the different brand of the drive. So the white cable is the data. This is the IoT platform. And we also have the Wi-Fi. So this is how I said, PC, mobile phone, we can take the same data from the internet. So here is the architecture. You can see 1 platform having the motion API, and we have the vision, real-time vision, and we have the software PLC. So basically, I can also tell you that if you have the PLC, you have the motion running here, and you have the vision if you take the real-time vision. And basically, you can learn how to do the real-time program. So you can write a RTX program here to integrate motion and vision together. This is how we make the machine work. The second demo, because about 3-4 years ago, we have developed the eCam, e-gearing features. So we also make a new demo for these features. So we simulate that like a label printing machine. And also you can see there's 2 different brands of the drive. And here this two station connect by the EtherCAT. And this is the palm size of the IPC. So you can see 2 different stations running 2 different programs, but in 1 PC. It's pretty simple. So here is the architecture, even simple. It's the motion for 1 station, and this is the PLC for another station. So 1 PC, we can do multiple things together. And this is the latest demo we have been done about 2 years ago. Still remember that we have been working with one CNC company in the US. So we took their CNC system to make a 3x of the CNC machine. And we also borrow one UR robot. So we make them to collaborate together. And I will show you. So this is the 3X CNC and the UR robot. So you can see this, the G code of the CNC system. I stop right here, and because this is, I would like to introduce you. This is our the current soft PLC look and feel. And why I stop right here, because you can see this is the PLC function block. And the most important is that we connect the robot, but we are not using any their control. But we have our soft PLC to control the robot. So in this PC, we have the PLC, we have the CNC. We get another cable to connect to the robot controller, so we can send the command from our soft PLC to the robot. So this is how we would like to demo that the CNC control one machine, and also we have the PLC to control the robot from the outside. So any movement of the robot, you can see that's the each function block to make that happen. So for this demo, you can connect any brand of the robot. You can do the same thing, and your integration or your customer to control the robot. Basically, you just need to do is the PLC control. So this is the architecture. You can see that the CNC and also the PLC. So one PC, you can do the CNC and also getting the PLC command to control the robot. It's easy. The next page, this is a good another good example, and we would like to show you, not show you, but share with you. This is an important project in Taiwan this year. We have one semiconductor machine customer. They take the Kingstar to be their main control of this semiconductor machine. So the control by the soft PLC, and the machine also having the 4X of the robot. So the orange part is the robot kinematics. So for the one PC, they use the PLC to control about 24 axes of the drive, and including the I/O, but also in parallel that they can control the 4X of the robot. And why it's so important today, this year for us, because this machine is going to ship to TSMC. So this is also, I would like to demo to you that TSMC is also using our Kingstar. So to summarize the benefit of the Kingstar can bring to you. So you can see from all the my introduction and also the video that you can see that one PC with the Kingstar is not only do the one machine control, but it also can be the controller for a production line. And the main focus is we are using the software platform to replace the hardware. And it's because we support EtherCAT, is helping you to do the cost reduction, easy to do the system integration, and also because this is a software platform, so your design can be very flexible and scalable, and it's all the benefit that it can bring to you. And the last bonus that taking the software platform for you is that if you are a machine maker, I'm sure that you have different type of the machine. So by using one software platform, each different type of the machine, you just need to focus on the application on top of the Kingstar. So for example, if you have 10 different kind of machine, you just need to do the 10 different application program on top of Kingstar. And you can have your own application store in your company. Why is that good? Because if you would like to develop the new type of the machine, and it may be similar from any old type of a machine. So you just need to do the program, maybe not redesign, but you just need to do some minor change. So you can make the new machine easily, and it's for time to market. You can save your development time and cost. And also the benefit for you, because we are in the Windows environment. So you have plenty and rich third-party application you have in the Windows environment, including the MES, ERP, the IoT platform, anything in the for Windows you can easily to find in the market. So in the Windows environment, you are not only doing the motion, vision, those hard work, but you can also easily get the resource, the third-party resource to integrate in the same PC. We are also supporting Windows 10. By the way, we only support 64-bit of the Windows. And right now we only support Windows 10 because Microsoft has been stopped support Windows 7 and Windows 8. So right now, the latest version of the Kingstar only support the Windows 10. For the Kingstar, it has a very specific website for Kingstar product. So we have all the technical document, and including what brand of the drive or I/O that we have been tested, and you can select. We have the complete list on the website as well. And also you can apply the trial version on the Kingstar website. So all your application will come to me. So I will provide you the evaluation, so you can try by any PC you have. So your laptop or your PC it can be run. So this is my email, and this is the end of my presentation. So thank you for everyone of your join. If you have any question, you can send me an email, or you can go to the Kingstar website to take a look at. You are welcome to have any question or comment to me. I'm your friends, and I'm hoping that Kingstar can really help your work and to make your life easy. So thank you for everyone, and thank you today.
Okay, great presentation, Alex. So I'll just unmute you so you can answer the questions.
Yes. So
Hi,
I'm
Alex.
here.
Good.
Yes.
Hi. So I see you've answered some of the questions already in the chat. So I'll ask some of my own questions to start off the Q&A session. So what are the top considerations, when selecting a high-end controller?
Well, I mean, for the high-end controller, normally the customer will consider the performance, features, and if that's easy to use. Of course, the cost is important for everyone. But I mean, for the high-end controller, I think the performance and feature are on top of the cost that most of the customer will consider. And also that most of the customer, they will also consider if the new solution is flexible, scalable, etc. So I mean, there are many issues. I mean, and also the features that customer will consider.
Okay. In terms of best practice, what would you recommend when integrating a new controller into your for a manufacturer to integrate it into their own production process?
Well, I will say this way, because I'm in charge of the business in Asia, including China, Taiwan, Southeast Asia, and I've been working with many customers in the past few years, and for the because our product is inside of the controller, so I mean, definitely you can imagine that it's not that easy to promote, and also most of the customer, if based on our discussion with their boss, I mean, to have our customer to change their controller is a difficult things. I mean, you can imagine, but I will say that something I will have the customer, especially the top management, to really consider that to change a controller is really not that easy, and their engineer needs some time for the evaluation to trial, and also they need to do the whole development testing. So basically, they need some period of time to make the new controller. And also, like my presentation I mentioned that the software platform for the high-end controller, basically you can enjoy many new features, and also integration, flexibility, scalable. Also, I mean, the most benefit for using the Kingstar is because we support EtherCAT. So the customer that you can buy all the hardware by your own. You can select any brand of the hardware, including the PC, EtherCAT slave, everything. So all the hardware costs are controlled by yourself. So this is something that the most benefit that we say that comparing from the software platform, especially the Kingstar, to the proprietary platform.
Okay, great, thanks. We have a question coming from one of our attendees. So are there any special considerations when developing for healthcare, the healthcare sector specifically, compared to other industries?
Comparing to other industries, special consideration. Well, I think no. Actually, we have the a European customer has been taking our RTX for their product. I think is also showing in my presentation. They made the MRI machine. So our customer is the GE Healthcare. So they are using our RTX for their main control for the motion as well as the vision, the image. So I think there's no any special because, well, I mean, for us, we only provide the platform and also the real-time operating system. So the entire application was developed by our customer.
Okay. Well, what cost savings can manufacturers expect? Because I guess that's one of the major considerations when wanting to purchase one of these controllers or to digitize would be cost savings. So what can manufacturers expect in terms of their ROI?
Thank you, Mark. This is a good question, and this is also depends on every customer because they are using the different solution right now. But normally we can have an easy calculation that if you change the platform from the previous PC base, let's say the motion car, or you use the traditional PLC right now. I will say, but I mean the overall cost saving is also including your development time, and so basically from our customer experience, that probably will be about 20 or 30% minimum to the 50 or 60%. So I mean, it's including the development time and the hardware cost saving. I mean, so depends on the customer, what brand of the hardware you choose.
Okay. How is Kingstar 4.0? How is it different than previous versions of Kingstar? What can you tell us about the specific changes you made and about this new release?
Oh, okay. For our latest version, it's the Kingstar 4.0. So basically, we have added some new features. For example, the hard connect, and something we are still under development right now is called what is that? Redundancy. Because some of the our European customer are having that feature request. And also we are also supporting our latest version of the RTX 64. So I mean, customer can choose any version of the Kingstar, but of course that for the new customer of the new application, we always recommend our customer using the latest version. So if you are interested of the Kingstar platform, I will recommend you using the latest version, which is the Kingstar 4.0.
Okay, great. This particular version, Kingstar 4.0, you've had significant support for EtherCAT. What's your, I guess, reasoning for adding this particular support in this particular version?
Well, I think as we the early presentation mentioned about the proprietary platform. Let's say, for example, like Mitsubishi using the CC-Link, and Siemens has their own protocol called the Profibus or Profinet. Yaskawa has their protocol called the Megatron Link. So basically, I mean, if you are using taking their protocol, so you need to buy the whole system, including the hardware and also the software. And for the long period of time, so the customer feedback to us that, well, I mean, their product are good, but every time they need to buy the whole set from those solution. So at the end, they cannot do any cost reduction, cost saving. So EtherCAT is a good protocol, meaning it's a open and industrial standard. So the most beneficial to all the end user is because you can select any brand of the EtherCAT slate in the market. For example, Germany, Japanese, and then also, by the way, as I just mentioned, Mitsubishi, Yaskawa, or even Panasonic right now has their own protocol as well. But you guess what? They also all supporting EtherCAT. Why do they need to support EtherCAT? Because their customer like EtherCAT. So this is a good question, and this is also showing why we support EtherCAT, because this is the best solution for end user.
So you're following your customer feedback.
Yes.
Great. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks. Do we have any other questions from the attendees? Nope. I think you've.
Well, right now I have seen one question right now. What is the difference between Kingstar and Codices? Good question, and there's many customers will ask. Well, I will say that Codices, they starting from the soft PLC developer. And so they gradually to make their product reach to become a platform. So they are also supporting the EtherCAT, they have the software PLC, they have the motion. But well, I mean, the Kingstar as, you know, as our baby, that we IntervalZero starting from the real-time operating system. We have been 30, 40 years history, and we recognize that real-time OS is the most important how to say, the most important for each controller. So something I can share with everyone is that from our customer, for example, like the Mitsubishi, they made their SMT machine, or Samsung making their semiconductor machine. So from those customers, they have the same situation, is that they take RTX as the base, but they develop everything, their motion on top of our RTX. And that's give us some hint that why don't we create and provide a common platform for our customer, so they can easily to develop their application. So that's why, as the architecture I show you, the Kingstar, so we provide the sub-motion API, which is similar to the motion API in the motion car, or our customer can use the C++ to develop their motion algorithm, or our customer can use the software PLC to develop their program as well. So those are the different development tools that we provide to the customer, but we are using the same RTX OS and also the EtherCAT master. But for the codices, they may not that easy to provide all the different development tool to the user, even though their cost may be a little bit lower. But for the system integration, if you want to integrate with the vision and IoT, MES, everything, I think so far the feedback from our customer is in the Windows environment is still the most convenient, because we can easily to get the different solution from the Windows environment.
Okay, great. Just, I guess, one last question. We have a question about cold storage facilities and food processing. What are some of the possible applications of Kingstar for this particular segment? And do you have an office or distributor in the Philippines?
Oh, okay. Well, another good question. So far, our business model of the Kingstar is the direct sale and direct support. And I will also share with everyone, which is not in my presentation, is the Kingstar development team, including the R&D and our QA R&D, our technical support, are all located in Taipei. So the team in Taipei supporting our Kingstar customer to the China, Taiwan, Southeast Asia. So to answer your question, no, we don't have the office and distributor in Philippines. But for the software solution, we normally support our customer by using the email, let's say the email, or any communication application, for example, the Line, WhatsApp, or what else, WeChat, for example, and or if something that we can really understand the issue, we can also connect to the customer PC by using the TeamViewer. So for the software development, we will say that, and this is also why we want to do the technical support by our own, because we have been talking to many distributors, but none of them can do a great job of the technical support. Meaning the distributor in our company, the distributor should have the great technical knowledge that they should solve the customer issue for the C or PLC or any customer issue by using the Kingstar. So it's hard to find that qualified distributor. So we decided we will do the technical support by our own.
Okay, great. So that's it. Thank you for your time. That was a great presentation.
Thank you, Mark.
If the attendees have any other questions, they can just email you directly or contact with me. I'll pass on the question to you.
Yes.
So thank you for your time today. Thank you to attendees for attending, and I guess we'll be in touch. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks.